Let's discuss these developments further. We're joined by Professor Douglas Yates, a political analyst and professor at the American Graduate School in Paris. Thank you very much, Professor Yates, for joining us. What are your thoughts on the Niger military junta's announcement that they could prosecute ousted President Mohamed Bazoum for high treason?
Well, it's really a diversionary tactic. These are the very men who committed high treason. These are the men who staged a military coup d'etat. And because he's outraged and seeking help, they claim that he's committing treason. No, treason is a legal term, and it's in reference to a constitutional order. What we have here in legal terms is a regime of exception, military rule, against which there is no such thing as treason.
Now, there appears to be less support for any military intervention in Niger across the region and in the country. What does this mean for the region and ECOWAS?
Well, it's bad news. What we've seen in public opinion in such polls as the Afrobarometer is a decline in democracy in the region. Although Africans believe in democracy as a system of government, they don't trust their democratically elected governments. And so the idea that Bazoum might be treasonous, or he was corrupt, or he deserved what he got, or at any rate, using military intervention to uphold democracy is not a good policy. That's widespread in the region. I think also it indicates the weakness of ECOWAS. 20 years ago, during the good old days of military rule in Nigeria, where Nigeria had a strong military, it could intervene in Liberia or Sierra Leone. But now, after decades of civilian rule, and with so many fires going on in Nigeria, from Boko Haram in the Lake Chad region down to the movement for the emancipation of the Niger Delta in the south, and now the new Janjaweed type pastoralist massacres in the northwest, the Nigerian army's got its handful. And without Nigeria, of course, ECOWAS has no teeth.
Reports indicate that the junta leader is now ready for dialogue with ECOWAS. Why the change of heart by the junta leadership, and how significant is this?
Well, military coup plotters don't have really a lot of experience in international relations. And so though you can grab some guns and take power in your capital city, the international community operates according to different rules. And there are rules. We're in a rule-based international system. One of those is that diplomacy is a requirement ultimately for all settlement. Even if an intervention were to occur, even if military force were to be used by ECOWAS, in the end, diplomacy would be there to negotiate the details of social contract between the regime in Niger and its neighbors. So I think it's normal. Ultimately, all of this will be resolved with diplomacy, whether or not there's a military intervention by ECOWAS.